Right. Good afternoon and welcome to Ainsley Park for this Lowland League tie between Spartans and the University of Stirling. This is Spartans FC live on YouTube, free for anybody that wants to join us today to watch this match. My name is Cameron Hobbs. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined this afternoon as well by Chris Pow. Chris, you covered the game on Tuesday night against Berwick Rangers and we're straight back here to Ainsley Park. Spartans, 2 wins out of 2. We'll be hoping for another victory today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a decent test against University of Stirling, who obviously won their game midweek against Cumbernauld Colts, and they put in a really decent effort against East Kilbride at home as well. They only lost out sort of towards the sort of later stages of the game, if you will, but I think a momentum builder for any team that gets 3 points today.
So, coming into this tie, of course, Stirling University have had 1 victory, 1 defeat, but looking at those 2 games, they kicked off with a narrow 2-1 loss against East Kilbride, and I guess the result may be not surprising, but the margin definitely is.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of these seasons where it's going to be a bit more open, because in terms of Stirling Uni, they obviously are used to the sort of uni competitions. Because they won't have that this season, they've got a young team, probably one of the younger ones in the league. So it'll be interesting when they come up against any team, because they'll fancy their chances, certainly, because they're not playing as many games really.
Let's run through the lineups for today then, starting first of all with the visitors. 1 change forced. Craig Brown, the captain, sent off midweek in Uni's victory over Cumbernauld Colts. He misses out. In comes Ben Davidson. It means that James Berry takes over as captain this afternoon for the students. For Spartans, though, 6 changes in total. Blair Atkinson comes in and takes over his place in goal. In comes Keir Russell, having re-signed from Kilmarnock, of course. Keir, with a long history here at Spartans, returns once again on loan. Alan Brown starts after a good performance midweek, as does Cammy Dawson. Scott McCrory Irvin and Blair Atkinson also come in. Dropping to the bench today are Archie Meekison, John Grant, Scott Maxwell, and the trialist goalkeeper that we had for the first 2 games. Missing out altogether are Aaron Murrell and Ian McFarland.
I believe Ian McFarland took a knock against Berwick. I didn't think he went off at the time, that I remember correctly, but it's maybe just to that. Certainly Archie Meekinson was quite impressive, as was Matthew Baines, but it's no surprise. We all know sort of Blair Carswell's quality, so it's good to see him obviously in the starting lineup. I did get a few questions of where the cat was on Tuesday, so it's good to see him back. But strong lineup, a lot of changes, but certainly another strong lineup from Spartans.
And looking back at these games over the last couple of years, if you look at the last 3 seasons, the sides have met 7 times in total. Spartans have won 3, Uni have won 2. 2 of them have been draws. There's never been more than a 2-goal difference, and other than a single 0-0, all of these matches have had goals in them.
Yeah, it's one of these fixtures where it always seems close. I know certainly when you look at the Lowland League, maybe the Uni teams unfairly get looked down upon, but certainly they have shown, even already this season, putting up a challenge against East Kilbride and beating Cumbernauld Colts, that they're a match for anyone on their day.
Now, of course, for anyone that doesn't know the history of these sides, Stirling University, of course, joined the East of Scotland Premier in 2010-11, having won the First Division the year before. They then went on to win the East of Scotland Premier for the second time at having a go at it, 2011-2012. It means that Spartans and Stirling know each other well. Over the last couple of years, obviously, been in the same league all that time. A number of players as well over that time have featured for both. We've had Paul Sludden, who was a major player for Stirling University, had a bit of time here at Ainsley Park. Jack Nixon, perhaps the one who's featured most for both. Jack Nixon had a very successful campaign here with Spartans, won the Lowland League, very impressive. And of course, who can forget Shelley Kerr? Played for Spartans ladies, managed Spartans ladies, went on to be the first female manager for a men's team in the UK, managing the Stirling Uni team, and she's now the Scotland manager.
Yeah, as you say, there's obviously a bit of history between these clubs, competitive as well, as you mentioned earlier, with the matches, they're often close. I believe Chris Geddes and Dougie Samuel go back as well.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ainsley.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the teams coming out for the game as well. We are providing this live commentary on YouTube. We do have the chat on, so if you're watching, do get involved, share your thoughts throughout the game. We'll do our best to try and read out some of them as we go through it. Obviously, we're trying to make this as interactive and interesting as possible. We're hoping to cover all the games here at Ainsley Park. But anything that we can do to do better, please let us know. Obviously, this is the second time we're doing this. Any feedback around volume levels, anything like that, we're happy to hear it. Make sure that you share your thoughts. We want to make this as enjoyable as possible. We want to make sure that you do not miss out on any of the action here today. Of course, we'd much rather have the fans here with us. We're sad that you can't be here, but we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that you do not miss a single bit of action that takes place here at Ainsley Park. And Chris, as the players come out here, it's a big game. You know, this is an important early start. Spartans 2 wins, both of them narrow. Uni a really good win against Cumbernauld Coltsmith, a narrow defeat to East Kilbride. You know, these are two teams that perhaps not in the running for the title, and I'll get in trouble for saying that on the Spartans head, but you know, let's be realistic here. These teams are looking to have as successful a campaign as possible. Certainly try and get into that top 4 as the minimum and get one of those Challenge Cup places, hopefully, if we get back to that next season.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Spartans, you know, if they're not in it for the title, they're obviously in it for in the top 4 really most seasons. Stirling Uni, I think anything sort of above mid-table would be great for them.
So it will be Spartans that get us underway here momentarily. Referee just making the final checks, making sure that he can count up to 22. Looks as though he's working his way through that. Everyone's starting to get into position. Spartans currently without a goalkeeper by the looks of things, which is a bold strategy to take this afternoon, that's for sure. Here it comes, player Carswell, making his way out onto the field. He's going to be knackered by the time this game kicks off.
No one reminded him that he's got starting today, I guess.
There you go. Yeah. Little word from the referee there as Blair passes just there. It was a 3 o'clock kick-off, Blair, as we're at 3 minutes past already. But there you go. Right. Everyone's in place. Hopefully we can now get things underway here. And it will be Spartans to get us into action.
It's more of a traditional kick-off, which you're not used to seeing these days, Cameron.
Yeah, something of the bygone years. We're going to lay it back rather than just hoof it forward and hope for the best. So it will be Dawson and Jones to get things underway here. So Spartans right away taking pace down into the game and building from the back. Always spread wide, played forward there. Just beyond the toes of Sam Jones there. Early decent ball there from Mikey Allen, looking for Sam Jones, just beyond the tip of his toe, and it goes out for a goal kick to Stirling Uni.
I think when I looked at the signings, obviously that Spartans had made, I think Sam Jones was probably a wee bit underrated. He was quite energetic at Pennycook Athletic with Scott McCrory Irvine, so it'll be interesting to see how he does, certainly in the Spartans lineup. The one thing I've obviously noticed from Tuesday's game is that Dan Bauer is playing at left back. I don't know if that's maybe because of the loss of Dean Hoskins back to Bonnyrigg.
Great play there from Keir Russell, putting the Stirling players under pressure there, and Spartans once again in possession. Ball played forward by Woods, and Cammy Dawson now has it wide on the right hand side. As well to hold up Connor Bowen on the side. Still driving forward, plays the ball into the box. However, Uni able to clear that one away through Matthew Burrows. Lee Brown then play that one forward, but ball trundles out the back there for a goal kick to Uni. That was an impressive start from Keir Russell there, putting pressure on the Stirling Uni guys. That's exactly what you want to see. High tempo from the guys, pushing up the park, making sure that you don't get any time to put the foot on the ball and dictate this game in any way.
Well, we kind of obviously touched on it a wee bit, but certainly Uni will be the exact same to Spartans, so it's important to obviously press. I think towards the sort of ending of the game, if you will, we'll see what energy levels are like for Stirling Uni and Spartans. I think that's going to be key because there's been a few late goals in these encounters.
So Uni now with a throw in on the halfway line. An opportunity for them to have their first attack of the play. Barber's under pressure though, brilliantly from Blair Atkinson, who breaks away there. Slight heavy touch there from Blair, and Uni win it back, but great play from Woods to regain possession. Ball goes out wide, however, the assistant linesman's flag is up, and it's offside, and Uni get the free kick. Comment there from James Walker Lyon, just saying that my microphone sounds like a double feed. It's got a mini delay, the other mic is fine, so let me see if there's anything that I could use to fix my microphone. Charles Petton, he says, come on Spartans, and Tam McTurk says, nice day for 3 in a row. Can agree with that one, Tam, absolutely.
It would obviously be, in terms of momentum boost, winning the first 3 league games of the season would be fantastic, certainly for Spartans.
That was a neat ball by Jamie Pinkler there, looking for Ben Davis, and however was well intercepted by Spartans defence. However, that ball from Power is picked up and gives Uni the opportunity to attack here. Nice one-touch football there from the boys in green. Davison sprays it out wide to Lavery. Lavery, of course, who spent some time with St Mirren as a youth player. Very capable player. Flicked ball there, gives Spartans opportunity to regain possession. Dawson puts it on to Atkinson. Dawson taken out though. Atkinson not seeing any opportunity there, so the referee blows for a free kick in the centre circle, just inside the Uni half. And this will be an opportunity, Chris, for Spartans to maybe try and get the ball forward and into the box. Put this Uni defence under some pressure. Cammy Dawson obviously a big target man up front.
Yeah, we've seen it time and time from Cammy Dawson. He's obviously a key target man, and the introduction of Dan Bauer as well for set plays. You couldn't ask for 2 better guys to be in the box for you.
So the ball laid forward, and it is indeed Dawson that's the target man. However, that skips off his forehead and goes out for a goal kick to the Uni.
I think from Tuesday's games we saw a lot of joy down the wide areas, and I think it'll be an interesting sort of battle between Blair Atkinson and Matty Burrows, number 2 for Stirling Uni, because he's been quite impressive over the last sort of few seasons he's been at Uni.
Spartans once again. Strength of Cammy Dawson as he breaks away from a couple of defenders there. Great coverage though from Connor Dolan, who manages to win the ball off him, clears it and gets rid of the danger. Mikey Allen, who jumped in there, managed to get away with that one as a free kick is awarded for a foul on Kieran Russell, much to the frustration of the Uni boys.
It certainly seems like a higher tempo to the Berwick game on Tuesday. I think both teams were sort of planning on sitting off, being a wee bit patient, but really good tempo at the start of this match.
Yeah, Spartans so far playing the game at a high pace. Uni so far with a couple of plays of nice one-touch football. As we talked about at the very top here, this is normally a tight contest between these teams. And everything so far in the first 5 minutes or so suggesting that that's exactly what we're going to get again this afternoon. Long ball played forward there, testing Alan Brown at right back. He does well and is strong, manages to scoop his leg round and clear the ball away. He's pushed over and is awarded a free kick there. Good solid play from Moby Brown there.
Yeah, he came on as a late sub against Berwick, and he actually really impressed. I think it's going to be maybe between him and John Grant as right backs, but he set up the goal for Cammy Dawson on Tuesday. He's obviously, out of all the Spartans players, I think he's made the most appearances, I think over 260, so obviously Spartans legend, I think.
Absolutely. But don't tell him that, it'll go to his head. Frustration there from Cammy Dawson as a free kick is awarded to the benefit of the Uni. Sorry, yeah, free kick, not throw-in. Ball launched forward there. Dan Bauer comes across and heads that over. Adam Corbett has to go over and cover, launches the ball forward. Uni keep it in play, but Woods does well to intercept that. Slightly loop pass from Keir Russell there's given Uni the opportunity to attack here, but Mikey Allen does really well to come in there and get the ball away from their toes. Lovely sprayed out wide as well for Scott McCrory Irvin. Cuts onto his left foot, launches the ball towards the back post where Blair Atkinson was waiting, however, it's well defended by the Uni defence. And then a free kick given for something.
I think it's obviously great to see Mikey Allen. He sort of broke into the team from the under-20s last season. It's great that he's sort of in the first team plans, if you will. Speaks volumes about the Spartans Academy, obviously.
Obviously, both of these sides very much built on building from youth. The Stirling University players, a number of them moving up from the under-20s youth team into the first team this season. Spartan, of course, a long history of bringing players through the academy, a number of which in the starting lineup today have featured for Spartan for a number of years, going back through the likes of Blair Atkinson, who's been here since he was a very young boy. Great to see that development continue, and Spartans continuing the conveyor belt. Flag up here on the near side as Uni looking to attack down the left hand side there. Yeah, we're discussing here left or right, depends on your perspective. Depends on which way you're looking.
I brought it up because I was going to say there's a lot of danger down that Stirling right, obviously with Matty Burrows and Robbie McHale. I think they've been quite impressive the last few games, so it's certainly going to be a test for Blair and Dan to do.
Oh, Blair Atkinson has to do well to come out and has awarded a free kick there. Wow, much to the frustration of Jamie Pinker there. It was a brilliant ball from Robbie McHale to put the ball into the box there. Jamie Pinker looking dangerous. Blair Carswell comes out, collects it. In coming down to ground, the ball hits the ground, comes free. Referee awards a free kick. Perhaps a fortuitous free kick for Spartans here.
Well, since we're on Spartans TV, I'll say that was rightfully a free kick.
Do you know what? It's one of those 50-50 ones, isn't it? Benefit always going to be given to the goalkeeper in that situation, and there certainly was a lot of contact going on there. So, absolutely, the right call. Like you say, we're on Spartans TV here. So. Uni now looking to build from the back. Ball sprayed out here to Matt Burrows. Ben quickly goes back to his goalkeeper.
Good pressing by Sam Jones, and like we said a wee bit earlier, it seems like they are pressing a wee bit more than they were on Tuesday night against Berwick.
Long ball played down the wing here, but Adam Corbett comes over. Mike Allen comes over and hoofs that high out of play for a throw in to Stirling Uni. Once again, do give a call out if there's any feedback that you have around the quality of the stream or the microphone. Please do let us know in the comments.
And they receive that ball back.
So a brief break in plays. We've got a multi-ball situation. Uni now with an opportunity to attack. Well cleared by Spartans. Barrow rises high, puts his hands on the back of Jason Jarvis, and a free kick is awarded to Uni. About 35 yards from goal here, out on the right wing from a Uni point of view.
And Jason Jarvis obviously was previous at this ground for free kicks, so it could be a dangerous one here.
Yes, of course, Jason Jarvis with a last minute free kick, putting Spartans out of the South Challenge Cup last season. This one, though, not quite as dangerous and is well cleared there by Sam Jones. Flag goes up on this near side by the linesman, and it is a free kick to Spartans. From a free kick point of view, you definitely want to get past your first man there, so perhaps disappointing for Jarvis in his first one this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. I think they have to, especially in these games, they have to make the most of the set plays. I don't know how open the game will be. So free kick. We saw it, again at from the wide areas on Tuesday, and how dangerous obviously like Camry Dawson and Dan Bauer can be. So I'm sure Stirling will be wanting to make the most of the same opportunities.
Once you with an opportunity, the ball bounces around in the box. Great closing in play from Gregor Woods. Great determination to try and get on the end of that. Ball gets played forward and ultimately gets played all the way back to Blair Carswell by Adam Corbett. He launches it out to the left where Bauer lowers his head down, flicks that one on. Blair Atkinson clearly not anticipating that one. And Uni now with an opportunity to attack once again.
I think there was a wee bit of a tug from Adam Corbett in the build up there, but
I don't know what you're talking about, I didn't see a thing. Connor Doan now driving forward, plays the ball neatly forward as Uni looking at attacking and aggressive here. Brilliantly intercepted though by Mike Allen. Spartans still struggling to clear the ball away. It's coming out to the side as Robbie McGill. He cuts the ball back, but that's well read by Atkinson. Spartans now with an opportunity to attack. Looked like a bit of maybe a bit of a hole, but ultimately good defensive play from Spartans. It's playing Jamie Penker, and he was clinical at the back post. Stirling Uni taking the lead.
Well, we kind of talked about Robbie McGill and how dangerous he was, and it was him that put the ball in there. And Jamie Penker puts another one away from Stirling Uni.
Scored by number 9, Jamie Penker.
I was focusing more on the play there. Blair Atkinson, it was trying to break, but it was very strong defensive play by Matthew Burrows. He managed to win the ball back. He played the ball out to McGill. McGill crossed the ball over, and it was clinical finish from Jamie Penker.
And you heard the feelings there of Adam Corbett, the captain of Spartans. They'll obviously hopefully get back in this as quick as possible.
Absolutely. Penker, of course, been in fine form already. 3 games in, that's his 3rd goal of the season. He got the goal against East Kilbride. He scored the winner against Cumberland Old Colts midweek, and he's got the opener here at Spartans.
They don't have a lot of attacking options actually, Stirling Uni. They've got the gaffer, obviously, Chris Geddes, and Kieran Hall, who's on the bench today. So Jamie Penker's doing fantastically well to be the forward man for Stirling Uni.
Uni now with the throw in on the far side. Launching the ball forward, looking for McGill. He heads it across, and that's a lovely crossfield pass to Jason Jarvis. Jarvis now on this right hand side with an opportunity to put Spartans under pressure again. Low cross into the near post, but it is well cleared by Dan Bauer. Out for a throw in here for Uni on this near side. Ben Davidson leaves it for Matthew Burrows. Burrows back again, goes back to James Berry. Cuts it back inside into the middle. Ball forward, looking once again for McGill. But well cleared by Bauer. Gregor Woods now on this near side. Plays ball inside to Keir Russell. Does need help in the middle there. He did fairly well to hold on to it initially, but outnumbered. And eventually Jason Jarvis gets the ball off him. Russell fouls him, and Jarvis ends up with a free kick. And it's Uni now that are closing down better. The turn and play for them boys in green.
It is, it's a really decent opening for Stirling Uni. A wee bit disappointing obviously to concede for Spartans, but
lovely pass there again. Sorry to interrupt, lovely pass there, an opportunity for them to put the press. And it's Penker again. Oh! Well, I'll tell you what, Jamie Penker had a brilliant opportunity there to put Uni further ahead, double the advantage. And in the end, the header was weak, and it was easy for Blair Carswell to fall to the side and collect that.
Again, I hate repeating myself, Cameron, but certainly the wide areas, Robbie McGill, it's usually Lewis Kennedy, but I think today's game, I think it's Ben Davidson coming in, so it's something that we have to obviously work on, Spartans.
So Spartans now taking a bit of time at the back as they try and regain control of this game. Long ball forward, looking for Blair Atkinson. He turns Tries to cut inside. Looking for options as he drops the ball back to Gregor Woods. He lifts his head, takes a shot. Brilliant strike and well saved by Ben Fry. Cammy Dawson was lucky there, but just went beyond his toe. Mike comes out to Mikey. The ball comes out to Mike Allen. Another opportunity for Spartans to attack. However, the ball sails over the head of Scott Crowley-Irvin and out for a throw into Uni on the far side.
It just didn't sort of drop for him, maybe too much pace to go past Cameron Dawson, but it's a decent chance for Spartans.
Dan Bauer underneath this one. Takes first touch, plays it forward to Atkinson. Back to Bauer now. You can see what he's trying to do there. Neat ball. Cameron Dawson though, just on his toes. Two players not quite linking up there. Uni back in possession. It's Connor Dolan once again moving forward, looking for options moving forward. Plays to Jarvis. Goes out wide and the ball comes back to Jarvis. Tries a crossfield pass. Comes to Ben Davidson in the middle. However, that's good break-up play in the middle there. And Spartans once again back in possession of the ball. Bauer and Jones link up well there. That gives Dan Bauer the opportunity to play forward into Atkinson. Back to Jones. Nice passing play here. It's Keir Russell now plays a lovely ball out to Hobie Brown. His first time cross hits off the legs of Callum Downey though. And Stirling being able to get the ball clear. Is that a nice flowing move though there, Chris?
Yeah, they seem to be playing it to feet. I think they should maybe try and go higher. Obviously with Cameron Dawson, you're looking to get on his head rather than at his feet.
Certainly remains to be patient play here from Spartans to shoot the ball around. Uni quite happy to sit deep at the moment and let Spartans have possession of the ball inside their own half. Launch ball from Mikey Allen, looking for Hobie Brown as well to get a play on that. Plays back to Jones on the far side. Lovely ball there, looking for Jones in the middle. Well defended for once again by the Stirling Uni boys here. Keir Russell here now trying to win this back in the field. Does very well to do so. Follows it forwards, tries to get his foot onto it, however can't quite control it. And then it's cleared by Matthew Burrows for Uni. A free kick awarded there as well for a bit of contact on Jamie Pinker. And taken quickly as well by Uni, looking for Miguel out on his right hand side once again. Dan Bauer staying close to him, and Blair Atkinson does really well to come in and take that off his toes, play it back to his goalkeeper and give Spartans the opportunity to clear the ball.
You're not winning many headers against Cameron Dawson.
And indeed, that's one thing he has definitely been doing today, he's been winning headers. But it's the Uni once again who've got the ball in the Spartans half. As they move forward, that's really good play there from Hobie Brown though. That gives Gregor Woods the opportunity to move forward. However, a slightly slack pass, but this will be brought back for an earlier pull on Woods. And Spartans now have a free kick inside Stirling University half.
Certainly a danger from Hobie Brown, obviously coming up from right back. He likes them overlaps, and it's one of these things that they're kind of getting caught out with in the early stages. Stirling Uni, so they need to watch that.
So thank you for joining us here on Spartans SC Live. We're bringing you all of these games from Ainsley Park, live and free on YouTube this season. Cameron Hobbs here, joined by Chris Powell. 1-0 Stirling Uni after a goal from Jamie Pinker. Lovely finish at the far post, following a great cross from Robbie McHale. It's been a fairly even game so far though.
I would say so.
Free kick given there as Mikey Allen goes in strong on Jamie Pinker. Hard to read from here. It looks as though Allen got the ball, but perhaps the aggression in the tackle that's drawn the foul there.
Yeah, I think it was a sore one for Jamie Pinker. I think he might have went over a wee bit there.
And Mikey Allen being called over here as well. Looks as though he's going to get a yellow card for his troubles. Indeed he is. Certainly a strong tackle there from Allen.
another sort of set piece for Stirling Uni, which is obviously a danger, but they pass it back.
That's great closing down play once again from Robbie McHale. Gave Uni half a chance there, but it's well cleared by Spartans in the end. It's a lovely ball by Uni as well, giving McHale space out on the right hand side. He takes a touch, that's far too heavy, the ball goes out of play, and it is a goal kick to Spartans. That was unfortunate. I think McHale was thinking more about the ball into the middle than where the ball was at the time.
Yeah, it looks like it, but you know, I don't think curse to the commentators happened yet, because it is Matty Burrows and Robbie McGill that are making things happen.
And indeed, it is down the wings that Stirling University are threatening at the moment. Cammy Dawson there calling for a free kick. Stirling had a shout, was frustrated. Spartans still in possession, although working backwards at the moment. Adam Corbett at the back. Mike Allen now just taking his time playing it back to his captain. Spartans remain quite content to spread this ball around. Dan Bauer now on the near side. Cuts this lovely little touch there. Does very well. Plays a ball through, however. Looked like Sam Jones was going to make the run here, but he pulled up there just as Bauer played that pass. A little bit of miscommunication there between the two Spartans.
Yeah, again going through the centre. I think you'd find more joy sort of going down the wings. Certainly on the right hand side for Spartans with Harvey Brown, it's looked quite positive. Not much for Blair at the moment.
Cammy Dawson does well to put the keeper under pressure there, but he does get it clear. Here Russell in the middle, under pressure from Jason Jarvis, but Russell does well to be strong to retain possession there. However, that ball perhaps not the best one, as McCrory Irvin had pulled up on his run, and Stirling Uni regained possession of the football.
He seemed to be isolating Keir Russell quite well, actually. There's been a few occasions where he's kind of been needing a wee bit of help.
Driving play there from Uni. It looked as though a little coming together there between Brown and Henker. Inconsequential though, and no free kick given. Davidson moving the ball forward. McGill got a slight touch on that, however, went through his leg and into the possession of Mikey Allen in the back of Spartans. Spartans again taking time to build from the back, spreading the ball from side to side, keeping things moving, looking for opportunities and space to be played in the centre of midfield. Lovely head down there by Dawson looking for Atkinson, however he couldn't quite get onto it. Then a lovely touch by Mikey Allen gives Keir Allen position in the midfield and space.
Very sort of compact from Stirling Uni at the moment. It's going to be hard to sort of break them down.
Stirling University is a hard-working and organised team. Good ball there from Woods looking for Jones. However, Uni did well to get in front of that and get it cleared. Bauer plays it back to Mikey Allen, who launches it forward onto the chest of Cammy Dawson, who gets the ball out to Woods. He plays it out wide for McCrory Irvin, who can't quite keep that in play, and it is a goal kick to Stirling University. So if you're watching on the YouTube, do use the comments, let us know your thoughts on the game so far. We'd love to share your thoughts, chat about what you think has been going on.
needs a wee bit of help up there, I think, Cammy Dawson, just
Yes.
for someone to sort of take it down when he heads it.
Could be a frustrating afternoon for Dawson if he's just having to head those balls down all afternoon. He's done a good job of it so far, but definitely does need some support up there from his teammates. Uni now with an opportunity to attack. Ball there from Jarvis, though not quite on the same wavelength as Pinker. And the ball trundles back to a goal kick for Spartans. So as we approach the half-hour mark, Stirling Uni still with that single goal lead. Jamie Pinker with the opening goal after great play from Robbie McHale. Spartans started this game really strong, high-paced tempo, looked threatening early on, but Uni kind of come into this and actually perhaps see more possession of the ball, certainly more attacking possession of the ball.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Spartans look comfortable in possession, but they're unfortunately not had a lot of chances to go with that. But I think it's early days still. 15 minutes to go, maybe till half time. But I think we'll see a reaction certainly in the later stages of the game, if not soon, from Spartans.
Spartans remain patient in the build-up play. Quite happy to show the ball around. It is early in this game. It's that single goal. As we've talked about, they're still a very organised and very fit team. They will be able to play exactly like this for the full 90 minutes, and Spartans will need to be creative if they're going to find a way to get back level.
I think the biggest concern is Spartans don't really have much options apart from Cammy Dawson today.
But McHale here now, lovely link-up play between him and Jarvis. However, once again, ball just runs long and goes out for a goal kick to Spartans. Again down the wings, again down this right-hand side for Stirling, up against the left back of Spartans. This is where Stirling are getting most of the output this afternoon.
Yeah, I think we've seen it over the last few games. They played the Caledonian Braves just before the season started, and I think Robbie McGill might have scored a hat-trick if I remember correctly, and certainly down the wings is where they were dangerous. And obviously,
an opportunity here. Blair Atkinson. And it's a penalty. So Blair Atkinson, Ben Fry, the goalkeeper, was caught in all kinds of trouble. In came Atkinson. He managed to tip it off the hands of Fry, who then brought Atkinson down. Referee pointed to the spot. Spartans an opportunity to equalise. Chris, the Uni boys looked very frustrated at that one, but that looked as though Atkinson had taken the ball away. There was an opportunity there for him to score. Keepers clearly made contact with him. Atkinson's come down, and this is a great opportunity for Spartans to bring things level.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it looked like a penalty from where I was sitting. The keeper made contact with the player, so brilliant opportunity for Spartans to get back into it. Yeah.
So it is the man who was fouled, Blair Atkinson, who's got the opportunity to bring things level. He steps up. And he fires it high into the net. Brilliant penalty from Blair Atkinson. He manages to bring Spartans level. It's Spartans 1, Stirling University 1.
Very, obviously Ben Fry will be very disappointed with that. But yeah, I think in fairness,
Goal for Spartans, scored by number 11, Blair Atkinson.
in fairness, I think on the level of the game, I think Spartans have sort of looked more into it. Stirling Uni certainly still dangerous, I would say.
Absolutely, I think Spartans, we were just saying there, they needed to find an opportunity to get back into this game. They needed to find a way to break down this organised Stirling Uni defence, and that's exactly the opportunity that they need. Something like that to just give them that boost, get them back into this game. That's what they've done. Blair Atkinson with a brilliant penalty gave the keeper absolutely no chance whatsoever, and things are back level here.
I think we might actually see it getting a wee bit more niggly at the back there. I know Adam Corbett and Mikey Allen and Keir Russell are sort of having a few things to say to this Stirling boys.
Ball played forward there by Bauer. Atkinson couldn't quite get a contact on that, and it goes out for a throw-in, but Spartans back in possession as Mikey Allen gets the ball. Stuart Russell now plays it back in. Corbett looks very controlled at the back there to turn the ball under his leg and regain possession. The Spartans once again turn to the slow, patient build-up play that we've seen them utilise throughout this first half.
You just needed to look up there, Adam Corbett, and Atkinson had made a run. I think it would have been a real opportunity.
Ball played forward in the end, though, hits off a Union head and goes out for a Spartans throw-in on the far side. Kobe Brown plays that one forward, looking for Dawson, however, well read by the Union defence. They're able to come in and regain possession. Ball pinging around a little bit in midfield there. Seen a little bit of that this afternoon, but Spartans back in possession. Dawson does well to lay that down and play it back. Oh, a lovely ball, an opportunity there as player Atkinson had found himself space up front. However, once again read well by the Union defence, and they're able to get the ball clear. Once again Atkinson comes in there. McHale taking his time. Atkinson did well to come in behind, steal that off his toes, and get the ball back to the home side.
He's got a strong step from scoring on that penalty there.
Absolutely. Blair Atkinson's second goal of the season, of course, scored on the opening day away to Gretna, that 2-1 victory down at Radial. He's not had the opportunity to really utilise his pace this afternoon. Obviously, the goal, as you say, is lifted his head there. He's looking determined, asking now for the ball, encouraging his defenders to play forward. Coming forward and gives Sam Jones an opportunity to run behind. However, unique goalkeeper Ben finds well to do that, comes out, collects the ball.
Nice score up there. He's saying the mics are still echoing, but don't worry, mine's just weird now.
Right, that's just adjusted the microphones a little bit now. Hopefully you will be able to remove that echo a little bit, but do let us know if that hasn't been the case, and hopefully that score has come through now.
Easy. Stirling.
Uni now stroking the ball around here with great determination. Spartans sitting slightly off them as McHale now once again on this right hand side up against Dan Bauer. McHale does well to get past his man. The ball comes to Jarvis. He whips it into the box looking for Pinker in the middle. However, Spartans are able to get that one clear. Dawson does well to head that to Atkinson, who's immediately under pressure. A slight tug in the back there from Matthew Burrows, and that gives Spartans a free kick.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more of this, certainly in the second half. You can see obviously Glenn Davidson getting in the way of the free kick there, so I will get a wee bit tested immediately, I think.
That's exactly what we want to see. Spartans once again patient in their build-up play. Here Russell in the middle. And Hobie Brown now looking to push forward. McCrory Irvin now on the right hand side, tries to cut inside onto his left foot, plays a neat ball in there looking for Sam Jones. However, once again well read by the Union defence. They're able to get the ball clear.
I think it's interesting in transitions. It's like Kay Russell goes into midfield almost. I think that's very, very interesting. I know he's a sort of centre back and he can play right back. Trying to look out for it.
Great strike there as well as Spartans came forward looking for the opportunity. Scott McCrory Irvin cut inside there from distance, took it onto his left foot and fired a ball that wasn't a million miles wide there.
And Ben's trying not the tallest of keepers either for Stirling, so it could have been one that they might have caught him out on another day.
Interesting to see as well that Mikey Allen appears to have moved to left back as Dan Bauer's gone into the centre. Perhaps Dougie Samuel making the changes, as Robbie McHale really has had a lot of freedom down this side.
Yeah. I think earlier in the game we kind of said that might be one of the matchups to look out for. Dan Bauer's probably more natural centre back. The loss of Hoskins obviously back to Bonnie Rick goes probably left back kind of a wee bit wanting maybe.
A good play there by Hovey Brown to get that ball played forward. Ball pinged around there on the side. The linesman gives it throw into Stirling Uni, and Cammy Dawson not particularly pleased with that one. But he wouldn't be, would he? Uni now looking, definitely playing at a higher tempo now, and playing this ball around at pace, compared to Spartans, who are much more patient in the build-up, as I say that, as they stroke the ball around in their own half here. But Uni have definitely been sort of looking to get this ball forward quickly, looking to get the ball out wide, and get the ball forward as much as possible.
Yeah, I think it's the teams have kind of switched positions, if you will, or sort of strategies. It looks like Spartans are kind of a wee bit more compact now, with Stirling happy enough to knock it about.
Once again, played out wide. Matthew Burrows with the chance here. Uni quite happy to stroke this ball around. Long ball played forward. Hopefully an easy one for Dan Bauer. He half clears that one though. And that gives Uni the opportunity as Burrows played it forward. Oh! The ball is touched through to Penker. He lifts it just over the bar. The linesman has flagged for offside. But that was a great opportunity for Stirling Uni.
That was brilliant play, obviously, and Spartans' defence would have been bad to concede that one because of the total breakdown, great passing from Stirling Uni. But had it hit the back of the net, the linesman would have saved him for the offside there. And no ball boys today, so Blair's Carswell has to go out and get that ball. Where's Logo? Did you see him?
Fascinating to see some of the opportunistic ways people are currently watching the Spartans game here, as we can see fans on the far side standing at the gates. Obviously the best view in the house here, potentially, other than the stand of course, is up in the flats opposite, and we can see a couple of people hanging out the windows there watching this game. Hopefully they've been highly entertained. I guess they're able to see without having to listen to us, Chris, so you could argue that it's possibly better.
Well, if you can get away with it, if you live nearby, obviously, we would prefer to have fans back, but it's not on the cards at the moment.
No.
If you're far enough safely distanced, then you can't say too much in terms of issues.
So what you're saying there, to be clear, is if you want to see the Spartans games, buy a flat.
I've not checked Edinburgh flat prices, but I'm assuming it's not cheap. Maybe YouTube would be the better option on that one.
It's a season ticket for life right there. Season ticket for life. Oh, a loose ball there. Gives Swans opportunity. Cammy Dawson through, the flag stays down. Oh, and he manages to drag the shot just wide of the left post. Great opportunity there. Really slack play there by Stirling Uni. Gave Spartans an unexpected opportunity. Cammy Dawson completely clear through on goal, but just drags his shot wide off the left-hand post.
Well, I'm a wee bit shocked they missed it, to be honest, Cameron. People might have heard me. I can't believe we missed that, to be honest. But we're approaching half time. There's obviously going to be opportunities in the second half, but I think Cammy will be a bit disappointed with that.
Lovely ball forward there, controlled by Uni at the second attempt, but the ball was put behind for a corner kick.
Another good opportunity.
Not been a lot of corner kicks in this game so far. I haven't been making a note of the stats, but I'm trying to think of another one. Is that the first?
I think it might be, actually.
Someone can tell us who's watching at home. Opportunity now for Spartans to put the ball into the box. It's headed up high at the near post. Falls to McCrory Irvin with an opportunity to get it into the box. He does so, but it's cleared once again by the Uni defence. Atkinson now turns and drives towards goal. A lovely touch through the legs. Atkinson takes the strike, just didn't quite make the contact. Blair Atkinson did brilliantly there. Put it through the legs of Callum Downey, created the opportunity for him, shot a goal. Unfortunately, just didn't make the connection he was looking for. And an easy collection then for Ben Fry.
Yeah, certainly I think Blair, as you mentioned there, since he scored that penalty, has been probably the standout for Spartans.
Spartans' heads certainly seem to have been lifted since they got themselves back into this game. However, Uni remain a threat and once again play forward as Penker tries to find space here on the far side. Corbett does well though to cover, plays that ball back to his goalkeeper, who then distributes it over to the near side and Mikey Allen. Spartans once again looking to build from the back. Keir Russell did very well there. Sorry, not Keir Russell. Sam Jones did very well there to break up that play, get the ball back to Spartans.
Certainly, we saw a bit of this on the game on Tuesday. So McCrory Irvin actually switched with Archie Meekinson when he came on, but it looks like Sam Jones is a wee bit wider now, with Blair sort of going towards the centre.
Yeah, Dougie Samuel certainly changing around his strategy this afternoon. Spartans currently looking the better for it, much more threatening in this game. Mike Allen came inside there looking to get that ball to Blair Atkinson.
Well, we talked about it a wee bit earlier, Cameron. We felt that maybe Cameron probably did need a wee bit of a hand, so Blair Atkinson can sort of fit in behind him, then it could work out.
Cammy Dustin coming a long way back to get onto that ball. Gets forward once again, but a evenly contested battle there. Sam Jones, ball ricochets around there. Jones closes it down, however can't quite get onto that. It goes out for a throw in to Stirling Uni.
We've got a moan and groan from Matty Burrows there. He's back on his feet here.
And as we approach injury time of this first half, players will be looking for a well-earned break. It's been a highly contested game here. A midfield battle. Second place, however, an injury there, and Hovey Brown immediately down, not moving in the centre of the park. That looked to be a sore one, and the physio and doctor team coming on to check him out. Looked a sore one for Hovey.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch. I think it was an elbow, obviously unintentional, but it looked like it might have been an elbow.
Brown went straight down, currently being attended to. Definitely a sore one, thankfully moving his feet there, so that's a positive sign. Opportunity here just before the break for the players to take in some water. And Chris, we said this would be competitive, we said it would be tight, we said these are evenly contested matches whenever these two sides meet, and really that's exactly what's transpired this afternoon.
Absolutely, I think the only thing we're really missing, we've been getting the second half, is obviously the late goals. It's been known for late goals, so if you've stuck around for the first half, certainly keep watching, and I'm sure there'll be a wee bit of drama going into the second.
Yeah, absolutely. We will be bringing you all of the Ainsley Park matches live on YouTube, completely free for anybody that wants to watch them. We want to make sure that anyone who wants to watch these games is able to do so. As we said at the top, we wish you were here with us. We wish we had a stand full of fans here enjoying this. However, it cannot be at the moment, and until we can get back to that, we will do what we can to make sure that you do not miss out on any of the action here at Ainsley Park. Our comments are open on YouTube. Do feedback, your thoughts, let us know your opinions on the first half. Let us know how you think things have been going. Let us know what you think of the stream. Let us know what you would like us to do better. We've had some great feedback there about the microphones, and hopefully now they're okay based on what Mike has come back and said. We had a little bit of echo there. We think we've fixed that, so hopefully that's better. And great to see Alan Brown back on his feet. Obviously looking a little bit shook up there. Took a head knock. Will have to come off here. Will be interesting to see if he's able to continue. Whether Spartans will now just get to the half-time break and evaluate him to see whether he can continue in the second half. Obviously came in, started today, came off the bench midweek. Big player for Spartans, a very experienced player for Spartans, and he's played well today.
Yeah, I think he's obviously on the overlaps and whatnot. I think it would be a big loss if he was to go off. But I do believe it was an unintentional error that he took, and he's probably a wee bit dazed. Trying to get him on, back on already, and there he goes.
Yes, indeed. Hovey Brown back on already, so there you go. Man of steel. You don't play that many games for Spartans without having balls of steel. Blair Carswell launches that one forward, looking for Dawson. He goes beyond and over the head to Scott McCrory Irvin. He crosses the ball into the box. Unfortunately, nobody there. Burrows takes a heavy first touch. Made a bit of a shambles of that one, under pressure from Atkinson. And that's another corner kick to Spartans.
I actually thought he was going to head that back to the keeper there, but he sort of looked at the pass and maybe that.
Yeah, I think the defender just caught slightly in two minds there. I think Burrows has played it really well today on this right-hand side. Just a slight lapse in concentration, possibly. And that's given Spartans the opportunity to get the ball into the box here just before the half-time break.
Yeah, it could be a really good opportunity to take the lead just before half-time.
Ball comes in, but it's well cleared. And indeed, the referee blows the half-time whistle. It is Spartans 1, Stirling University 1. It was Jamie Pinker that opened the scoring following a great cross from Robbie McHale, who came down the right hand side off the uni side on this near side, played it in to the back post where it was tapped in to the far corner by Jamie Pinker. It was Blair Atkinson that then got things back on level terms from the penalty spot. He was brought down by goalkeeper Ben Fly. The referee was in no doubt at all, pointed straight to the spot, and it was Atkinson that stepped up and blasted it high into the net to bring things level. Spartans started this, easy for me to say, Spartans started this game well. Uni came much more into it, looked very dangerous down the wings. After the penalty though, Spartans started to look more dangerous, and Chris, the game has been very even. We talked about this during the match. Very even, very entertaining, very hard working. Exactly what we wanted.
Actually, it's kind of what we expected. I mean, certainly even contest at the moment. I'm actually kind of buzzing for the second half because I do believe we'll see it open up a wee bit, get a wee bit more niggly between the two sides as I've talked about. So certainly an interesting second half coming up.
So, as we've been saying, hopefully you're enjoying the live stream that we're providing you this afternoon on YouTube. Obviously, we've no fans at the gate. We are making this completely free. We're not asking for anything for this. If you do want to contribute, you can. We have a donation opportunity where you can put some money into the club. Obviously, much needed at the moment. Without having the revenue of people coming through the gate, the club is very much needing any support that you can offer. If you want information on that, you can check it out on the Spartans Twitter at Spartans FC and on the Spartans website as well, where there'll be information on how you can make a donation. We're also looking for any potential sponsors of these live streams. If you're interested in getting involved in that, then you can drop us an email. It's spartansfclive@gmail.com. So that's spartansfclive@gmail.com. If you'd love to get involved with us here, we can talk about your company, we can talk about anything that you want to do, to be perfectly honest. And in doing so, you can hopefully help support Spartans in the season ahead as well. Strange days indeed. And anything that we can do to help all the clubs at this level, Chris, it's very important. These clubs across a number of communities in Scotland, many of whom, certainly when it comes to the Lowland League, that don't have other teams in that area. So making sure that we're getting football, good quality football, to more parts of Scotland is important.
Yeah, I think it's extremely brilliant that the majority of clubs, certainly in the Lowland League, but I know we've got a lot of competition, if you will. This weekend, a few of the other Lowland League teams are streaming, so it's great. We would much prefer to have the fans back, but it's difficult circumstances for everyone at the moment. I'm obviously very grateful that I'm here with you, Cameron. I'm very, very appreciative of that. But as long as we've had entertainment today, but certainly the first half against Berwick, it was a wee bit hard. not a great one for myself personally, but I suppose the fans didn't miss much on Tuesday night. But it's great to have live football, obviously, that you can watch from your own home.
Yes, absolutely. Right, we're going to take a well-earned break as well. We'll be back just before the start of the second half. We'll keep the stream on, so stay with us. We'll be back very, very soon.
I wonder if we got on the Twitter feed was that the main microphone was a bit echoey. But other than that,
I don't know, Craig. Did your mic have different levels or something?
So, what it is it's coming through that, right? So we've got this off now. Now I just want to make sure that it's not hearing us.
It should be sorted anyway now, Mark. Is it because of the?
Test. So there is a bit of audio input capture there, but
Strollers are beating Kelly.
are they?
I put 1-1 for my prediction.
So there's another one.
that we might still be heard on this, by the way. So I wouldn't speak too loud. Just okay. It's a hard thing to do.
Honestly, Mark, you might have saw the email that I sent to Cameron, but I was totally gutted about the first half. But apparently, it's a lot of issues really. No Broxburn are trying it today as well. So, but all it was, and I could not believe this. I think he said you were googling for about 10 minutes. It was the USB port. I would never have thought that. In a million years, I would never have thought that. But I don't really have experience using a proper camera to, you know what I mean?
You see, Kelly were 1-0 down to Civil, but they've equalised.
They are equalised already. Kelly are beatable this season, man. I don't know if you saw
So I need to turn your microphone up, right? I think what we might need to do is my microphone's a bit echoey, so what I'll do is I'll just speak nice and bold. What I think's happening is I'm getting picked up in your microphone.
Do you think I should mute it when you're talking? Because I have kind of been doing that sometimes.
Yeah, I think turn yours off and that might just make a difference. The only other thing is, I wonder whether it's picking up.
It shouldn't pick up the camera. If that's
No, but is it picking up the microphone on this?
It shouldn't do.
For those that are still listening on the stream, just testing things out here, can you still hear okay? If you can just confirm that you can still hear okay, that would be brilliant. Thank you, Tam. Appreciate that. So welcome back to the second half here at Ainsley Park. Things about to get underway. The players coming back out onto the park. Hopefully we've now fixed some of the audio issues that we had around some of the echoing. We've also turned Chris's microphone up because I think he disappeared slightly in the second half. We're checking to see if any players have disappeared for the second half. It doesn't look so on first review. Good to see Hovey Brown back out for the second half as well.
Yeah, certainly. He did take a nasty, unintentional, it has to be said, elbow to the head, it looks, but a wee bit of a delay, the refs.
He's just checking to make sure that Blair Carswell's there. Thankfully, this time he is, and the second half is underway. And the second half starting at pace. Spartans with an opportunity already. A bit of loose play there by Stirling Uni. Managed to get the ball turned over and back to Spartans. If you're just joining us from the first half, what did you miss? Well, Jamie Pinker opened the scoring for Uni after a great cross by Robbie McGill. Uni having great success down the wings this afternoon. Dougie Samuel then mixed things around and changed his formations. Spartans were much more patient in their build-up in the first half and got a penalty when Blair Atkinson was brought down by goalkeeper Ben Fry. It looked to be an absolute stone waller from where we were sitting. Blair Atkinson then dusted himself down, picked the ball up, placed the ball on the spot and blasted it high into the net. From that point forward, Spartans looked a little bit more threatening and ended strong in the second half. And they've started this. They ended strong at the end of that first half. They've started the second half strongly as well, Chris.
Yeah, I think it'll be more of the same. I think it could be, hopefully both teams, it opens up for them and we can have a sort of battle. That's what I'm expecting. An even sort of competitive battle in the second half.
Comment there from Daniel Dorner. Come on, Russell, give us a goal. Indeed. Keir Russell did well in the first half. Difficult. This game has been played heavily in the centre of midfield. Both teams trying to play attacking football at times, and actually there's a great ball through, an opportunity there, but Blair Carswell does really well to come out. Callum Downey played that through to Robbie McGill. McGill took a touch, but Carswell read that really well. Came out, was strong and managed to get it away. Downey won the ball back off of the feet of Adam Corbett. Crosses that into the box, however, goes behind for a goal kick. A feisty, fast-paced start to the second half, Chris.
That was a Brown opportunity for Stirling Uni there. Robbie McGill causing trouble again. It's one that we're going to have to watch out for. But equally, I think Spartans, obviously, Blair Atkinson, for example, could do some damage up the other end as well. So, good start for both teams.
Craig Graham going all stealthy there, trying to get Knott into shot. He did that very successfully. Sneaking around on the main stand here. Spartans now with a throw-in inside the final third of the Uni side of things. Ball's played back to Dan Bauer. Launches it forward. Easily cleared though by Connor Doan at the back for Uni. Just slightly weak there, but the ball is cleared off the chest of Cammy Dawson. Scott McCrory Irvin not quite on the same wavelength there, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Uni on this near side. A loose ball there gives Atkinson a chance. Brilliant play there by Atkinson to take that first time. However, the ball finds the side netting. Another bit of loose play there by Uni. After looking so organised in the first half, that's a couple of moments already in the second where they've not looked quite sure of what they're doing.
I think it's just miscommunication between Ben Fry and his defenders there. It's something that maybe Spartans might have to sort of press on with and maybe try and expose a wee bit and put a marker down, I think.
Blair Atkinson been doing a very good job of keeping the defenders under pressure this afternoon. Has been successful with it as well, at times creating opportunities for Spartans. But it is the Uni that are in possession of the ball at the moment as they look to try and retake the lead. Once again looking to play this ball down the wings where they've had great success this afternoon. However, Atkinson once again closing down there, and Robbie McGill puts the ball out for a throw in to Spartans.
Going back to Keir Russell, I think it's interesting he sort of pushes up from the... It's almost like a back three and he's sort of pushing up into the sort of defensive mid. You would expect maybe Spartans to maybe get a wee bit exposed, but they've been quite solid. You know, Dougie knows his tactics, obviously, so...
Manager Dougie Samuel changed things up in the first half as Uni were getting great success down the wings. Moved things around, moved Dan Bauer from left back into centre defence. Mikey Allen, who's on a yellow card from the first half, only player booked, he's now playing at left back. Hovey Brown playing at right back, although getting great cover from Gregor Woods when he moves forward, as Hovey tends to like to do. He leaves the ball there for his goalkeeper. And as you say, Keir Russell playing that sort of holding defensive midfielder role, sitting right in front of his defence, doing a great job of breaking up play in the centre as Uni try and come forward. Blair Atkinson's done brilliantly once again, and he's dragged down there by Ben Quigley. A great determined play from Atkinson, not giving up on anything here, keeping the Uni defenders under pressure, and once again gets an opportunity through his determination. Ben Quigley then picks up a yellow card for his efforts as well.
Blair's causing a wee bit of damage, to be honest. It looks like he's quite high on confidence now, coming into the second half, so it's only good for Spartans, and more opportunities like that, and certainly this is going to be a close one with the set play. You'd expect obviously Cameron Dawson and Dan Bauer to be the target man. I know.
Uni now with an opportunity to drive forward. Marcus Lavery on the side, looking for an opportunity to move forward and attack, but that's good play by Hovey Brown, but Lavery's done really well to win that one back. An opportunity to play it into the middle of the box, which he does so. Spartans get that one clear. The ball comes up to Cammy Dawson. We'll not say anything about what just happened there. Uni though with the throw-in and possession once again. Crossball pass, but immediately under pressure there as both Keir Russell and Blair Atkinson closing them down. And the high tempo second half continues. Crossball there looking for the attacker, but Atkinson with a slightly loose pass there gives the possession back to Uni, and Robbie McGill once again in possession on that far side. Plays it inside, but that's really nice break-up play there from Gregor Woods. And Sam Jones gets away with that one. Hovey Brown plays that ball forward. Cammy Dawson closing down now. Woods had dropped his man, which gave Uni the opportunity to regain possession. However, they launched that ball forward. Nobody there at all. And the ball makes its way all the way back to Blair Carswell. Tam making a comment there about the sound being gone again. Hopefully you can hear us okay. Throw-in was given there to Stirling Uni, much to the frustration of the Spartans players and the defence. No, it's on that one there. Yeah. Oliver Levy says, Mon Spartans. Absolutely, Mon Spartans. Oh, Keir Russell, though, almost caught in possession there in the middle of the park, but does well to get the ball back to Bauer. Flick on was tried by Sam Jones there, but was not particularly successful, and Uni back in possession of the ball. Long ball played forward for Penker. He's managed to wrestle his way around. Oh, and it's a penalty. Penker fouled in the box there, was causing all kinds of problems there. Oh, and it's a red card as well. Wow, right. Okay, Adam Corbett is sent off for what is being determined as a last man challenge then. And Spartans down to 10 men. Jamie Penker brought down, looked a definite penalty there. Chris, however, red card feels particularly harsh, I think, on that one.
The new rule, I believe, is if you have no intention of playing the ball. And I think he was trying to he's doing his best there. I think that's very, very harsh for a red card there. And there's still obviously some disagreement about that.
Wow, right, okay, well, up steps Connor Doan, who will take this penalty. Blair Carswell will be hoping that he can save this one. Oh, Carswell guesses the right way, but Doan's penalty finds the bottom corner of the net. And Stirling University retake the lead. Spartans down to 10 men. It is Spartans 1, Uni of Stirling 2.
Well, it's going to be very tough for Spartans now, down to 10 men. As I said, I think it was a wee bit harsh. The new rule was obviously if there was no intention of playing the ball, and I thought, from my point of view, I think Corbett was trying to get the ball away from Jamie Penker there, so yeah, maybe a tough one there.
Yeah, it looked like a genuine tussle in the box there. Fine, I think that giving a penalty is fine. He's clearly impeded the attacker. I don't think there's been any attempt there. Penker certainly was no clear opportunity there to take a strike on goal. Certainly feels like a very harsh decision from the referee, new rule or not. Obviously frustration for Spartans, who are now right up against it. One man down. Not for the first time in these games that quite often there's been red cards and controversy, so that continues. Spartans will be very frustrated at that one.
We said it earlier, Cameron. I think it might come down to something like this, a few naggles here and there, but I think they just have to keep their heads, Spartans, at the moment, and hopefully push for an equaliser.
Long way to go in this one yet. Still over half an hour still to play here. And it's Stirling Uni with a throw-in in their own half. Another opportunity for Stirling Uni, but the two players run into each other there. Handball is given and a free kick awarded to Spartans. And it looked like another opportunity there for Stirling Uni to attack, though. A nice play by Kerr Russell, who's now slotted in at centre half. Perhaps not surprising to see him drop back, given his experience at that position. Uni now back in possession. Long ball forward. Penker once again looking dangerous. Blair Carswell has to clear that one away. Hovey Brown now on this near side. Opportunity to attack as Spartans will be looking to try and get their way back into the game. It looked like a fairly clear push in the back of Brown there. However, right in front of this near side linesman and absolutely nothing given whatsoever.
I look at a wee bit of a smile there from him there. I think he was a bit shocked at that decision, Hovey Brown.
Uni back in possession. And Uni now will be able to just take their time with this. If Spartans are going to get back into this, they're going to have to continue the high tempo. One man down, that's a much tougher ask for them.
Yeah, I think it won't be long until we see a few changes. Maybe Archie Meekison, maybe Scott Maxwell. I'll be interested to see what Stirling Uni do in terms of changes if they're going to be changing anything up. I think overall they've all played really well. I've been quite impressed with them.
Well, eventually a free kick given there. Blair Atkinson and Matthew Burrows. Obviously, it looked as though, Burrows was just pushing Atkinson out of the way, to be fair. But eventually Atkinson goes down. The assistant linesman on the far side gives the free kick.
And just as I mentioned about subs, there is actually 2 subs getting stripped off. So I think either I'd read Doogie's mind or he read Ming there.
Oh, a ball back there by Keir Russell gave a bit of a half chance to Jason Jarvis. However, Blair Carswell does well to come out and collect that. Ball forward now looking for Cammy Dawson. He tries to get his foot onto that one, however isn't able to do much with it, and the Uni defence get that one clear. Burrows with the overhead kick launches the ball down the field. Hits off the foot of Dan Bauer, goes out for a throw-in to Stirling Uni right at the halfway line. Indeed, it looks like 3 substitutions will be made for Spartans. It's 3 players warming up. Stripped, looking to come on.
I think one of them at least is Archie Meekison. I think the other one might be Joe Tate. Hard to see from here, but I'm sure we'll get confirmation soon.
But before those substitutions can take place, ball back in play. Lovely play there for Gregor Woods as he skips through the legs of a couple of players. Skips the ball through. He doesn't skip through himself. That would be really impressive. Turns and cuts the ball inside to Cammy Dawson, who takes a slight tumble in the box. Assistant linesman lifts his flag, but much to the frustration of the Spartans fans in the stand, it is for an offside rather than a penalty. So players going off: Dan Bauer, Scott McCrory Irvin, and somebody else.
I think Bolo's coming on.
Cammy Dawson's gone off as well. Players coming on are number 12, Archie Meekison, Michael Bolo Cheveski, and somebody else. Scott Maxwell.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, mate. No, I think the changes had to happen. Bolo obviously adds a bit of experience at centre back there, helping the boys out, and I think it'll be interesting. Obviously, Cammy Dawson going off, who's going to be up front. I think we might see Atkinson push up further with Meekison going sort of left or right. So.
Indeed, Blair Atkinson now looking like the sole man up front. Obviously, he's going to have to work an awful lot harder. Cammy Dawson sacrificed as that target man. Unfortunately, when you're a man down, not necessarily a luxury you can afford. Atkinson has been putting great pressure on the Uni defenders all afternoon, and Dougie Samuel will be hoping that he can continue to do that. If Spartans have got any way of getting back into this game, they're going to have to find a way to break them down. One man down, which it was a tough task even when it was 11 versus 11, Chris. This has been a stuffy game. It's been hard fought. There's not been a great amount of chances, and Spartans really now up against it. Although, as we say that, great opportunity as the ball falls to Atkinson. Takes a great first touch. He's out wide here with a lot to do, though. Cuts inside, looking to get onto his left foot. Hits it off the shins off the defender. Certainly looked as though that went out for a corner kick. However, the referee has indicated it will be a goal kick to Uni.
Yeah, that was a brilliant chance by Blair. I think it was maybe just a wee bit too much for him. Archie Meekison making the run in as well, and he did impress on Tuesday, so it will be interesting to see how he can sort of help with this game. And obviously I mentioned Bolo at the back. He's got the experience to help some of the younger boys out, so it'll be interesting. It's obviously difficult with 10 men.
So Uni back in possession once again, just taking the pace out of the game. We saw there though, that very brief glimpse there, it was a great ball over the top for Atkinson, and that's exactly how Spartans will hope that they can threat. Although this is a great chance for Robbie McGill as he skips the ball through. However, brilliant play by Alan Brown, who manages to come across there, block the shot. The ball goes out for a corner kick. However, Robbie McGill there, great touch and vision from him to take it past his man, and a real opportunity for Stirling at this other end.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, Robbie McGill, and Bolo was probably spared. Hovey probably spared Bolo's blushes there, I think.
Well, the game is certainly opened right up now. Chances at either end in the matter of just a minute and a half or so. But Uni now with another opportunity to get the ball into the box from a corner kick here.
And Bolo's
Bolo asking and encouraging the referee. So Bolo being spoken to by the referee. Bolo pointing out that Stirling were taking some time to get on with this corner kick. The referee clearly not liking being questioned. It was all very shouty. I'm not sure if that was picked up on the cameras, but I tell you what, it's loud enough from both of them that it could have been. Eventually the corner kick is taken. It doesn't make it past the first man, and Spartans are able to clear.
Well, that's the thing you're going to get with Bolo, obviously. We mentioned his experience, but he does have that side, a bit of a fighter in him as well, so it could be another thing to watch out for.
And that was James Berry next to go into the book as he brought down, I think it was Atkinson, who was looking to break forward there as there was an opportunity for Spartans to counter-attack. Goes into the referee's book as another yellow card has been awarded. So if you're watching on YouTube at the moment, do remember to share your thoughts on how you think the match is going. Get your opinions on there. We'll read them out. We'd love to hear what you think.
I did spot one comment about, I think it's Alex Webb is still in uni. There doesn't seem to be any sort of oh no, as I say that there is a couple of boys actually getting stripped for Stirling Uni. One of them might be Alex Webb, I'm not too sure yet.
Now that's a commentator's curse. Yes, do let us know what you think about this stream as well. This is something that we're trying for the first time. Certainly this is my first full game commentary that I've ever done. Chris did a brilliant job of doing it on Tuesday. He's helping me today on co-coms. We'd love to hear your thoughts on anything that we can do differently, better. We want to make sure that this is an experience that you enjoy watching these games and that you don't miss out on any of the action. So do let us know in the comments anything that we can do to make that better. Archie Meekison there brought down, much to the frustration of the Spartans bench, that there was no free kick awarded there. Certainly looked as though he was impeded.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think there's going to be this until the rest of the game. I think a lot of shouts. We know how vocal the Spartans bench can be, but equally Stirling might have a few shouts as well.
And then, to be honest, a free kick given to Spartans there for not very much at all. So, tetchy, but the referee taking centre stage at the moment, something that you never like to see, but hey-ho. That's some referees for you. Anyway, a couple of substitutions taking place here for Stirling Uni, and unfortunately for Fraser Syme, it doesn't look like Webby's getting on just yet. It looks like Kieran Hall and Louis Kennedy will be coming on. Number 5, Marcus Lavery, one of the players going off, and then the goal scorer Jamie Penker's also going off as well. Now, you said earlier on as well, Chris, that Stirling don't have a lot of attacking options, but the attacking options they do have are Jamie Penker and Kieran Hall, so obviously a like-for-like substitution there.
Yeah, Kieran Hall's well aware of this sort of level. He's played, I think he might even be senior at Stirling Uni, so he's played a decent level. Lewis Kennedy is certainly a danger out wide as well for Stirling Uni.
Archie Meekison tried to lift it over the head of the defender there, wasn't quite able to do it. Ball comes out for a throw into Spartans as they look to try and get their way back into this game. Just over 20 minutes of normal time left in this game. Keith Chalmers has been in touch to say that the stream is working well. Thank you for the feedback, Keith. We hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for being with us today. An opportunity now for Spartans with Sam Jones. He lays it off to Gregor Woods. The ball comes back now. Back to Jones. Patient play, build-up play from Spartans once again as Russell lifts it forward looking for Mikkelsen. He tries to take the ball past, but it's blocked by Connor Doan, who scored the penalty to give Stirling Uni the lead, and it's out for a corner kick to Spartans. It'll be Sam Jones coming over to take this one. An opportunity for Spartans to get this into the box. Of course, Cammy Dawson going off, not necessarily the aerial threat that they had earlier in this game. However, Dan Bauer went off as well, so actually all the height's gone.
Bolo maybe. Bolo might be a target here as he runs into the...
Oh, indeed, it did look as though Bolo was a target. Ball comes out, and it falls to Atkinson. His strike is then blocked. It's launched back into the box. Oh, and the defender. Confusion in the Stirling Uni defence as Ben Quigley heads that one out. It gives Bolo the opportunity to lay it back to substitute Scott Maxwell. His ball into the box, though, is cleared. And it goes to the far side where Atkinson lays that back now to Gregor Wood. Spartans still in possession, looking for an opportunity to get a shot on goal. Archie Mikkelsen plays a neat ball back to his midfielder. Ball takes a deflection. Lovely couple of touches, though, and cleared eventually by the Stirling Uni defence. Comes all the way back to Keir Russell, who gets that one clear. And now Spartans with an opportunity to attack once again. Lofted ball looking for Blair Atkinson, who's once again in position in the box, but several people around him. Gets the ball, great cross, but nobody in the middle for him at all. Great opportunity, brilliant work once again by Blair Atkinson. How he managed to make space to get that cross in at all, I have no idea, but brilliant play by him.
I think that this is where you could maybe have Archie Mikkelsen coming in, and just as I say that, he gets on the ball.
Mikkelsen now indeed on the ball, plays looking for Blair Atkinson, however just behind him, just in front of Gregor Woods, and unfortunately not an opportunity for Spartans to get a shot on goal. Stirling Uni now looking a little bit panicked coming forward as Russell intercepts that one. However, he himself looks a little bit panicked and launches it straight out for a back kick. Game getting a little bit scrappy now.
Yeah, I think Spartans need to watch, obviously, where Kieran Hall, he likes to sort of hug the line, if you will. So you obviously don't get caught out. It's going to be some ending to this game, I think.
So Louis Kennedy, the substitute, gets that ball to Robbie McGill. Sprays that out wide. Great ball indeed. Though well covered and cleared by Spartans in the end as Scott Maxwell gets his foot onto that one, launches it downfield, and eventually Spartans end up with the throw-in. James Randall's been in touch. He says that we're doing a brilliant job on the stream today. Really appreciate the opportunity to see Spartans live. Much better feed than midweek, which is great. The improvements have worked. And another late show, please, Spartans. Absolutely agree with that. And actually, Chris, Spartans have had opportunities since going down to 10 men, actually.
Yeah, I think they just need that. Again, it's maybe just that second man in. Blair Atkinson's obviously been very impressive, but I think he just needs a wee bit of help. Archie Mikkelsen maybe pushing in, or Sam Jones just to deliver it, but we'll wait and see.
Bolo manages to get up and get his head onto that. However, he's remonstrating with his teammates. That's not quite what he was looking for. An animated character on the field, if nothing else.
He certainly is. I think he adds that to Spartans. It's maybe not great when you're down to 10 men, but certainly from set pieces and whatnot, he could be just the man that they need.
An opportunity there, Meekinson. I'm not really sure what happened at the back there. Ben Quigley got in all kinds of trouble. Managed to hit the ball off his own face, I think, and gave Spartans the opportunity to get the ball back. Great play there by Hovey Brown as well, closing down. And Spartans continue to work really hard here, though Uni are able to get that ball away. Bolo does well to get head on that. However, the second ball is picked up well by Stirling Uni. It was Jason Jarvis was trying to play a deft touch there to Kieran Hall and set him free. However, just slightly heavy, and the ball makes it all the way through to Blair Carr as well, who's able to collect. So there was a free kick for something there. I didn't even see two people standing close together, so not entirely sure what it was for.
I might have overheard Stirling Uni gaffer Chris Gerrison find the spaces there. I think both teams need to maybe take that advice on.
Archie Mickelson trying to be clever, and unfortunately the Stirling University players wise to that, able to break down that play and regain possession. The ball launched forward, and second ball eventually slightly tapped on, and there's a great ball through for just slightly too heavy. It's too heavy, sorry, for Archie Mickelson. Lovely ball there from Gregor Woodstow. Great vision.
Yeah, as I said, Archie Meakinson is a danger. Like, I don't know how well he can maybe do up front, but certainly him and Blair look like they could perhaps be a wee bit effective, but they need the right ball, I think. They definitely need the right ball.
Spartans certainly probing at the moment, looking for a way through to try and get themselves back into the game. Uni with the extra man, slightly more patient on the build-up. They'll have a great opportunity here as McGill manages to get the ball into the box, although Bolo manages to get that one clear. Captain James Berry now plays the ball out wide. Another opportunity for Stirling to attack. Oh, that was a lovely ball. Great vision again from McGill. However, couldn't quite find his teammate Jarvis. And once again, the ball comes through to Blair Carswell.
They seem to really be pressing the sort of Spartans defence. It always seems to be about four up in the attacking phase for Stirling Uni.
So 15 minutes to go of normal time here at Ainsley Park. Uni still leading by that single goal. Two penalties we've had in this game. One red card, of course. Spartans down to 10 men as Adam Corbett was shown a straight red card, which feels still now harsh. However, I'm sure we'll hear from the managers after the game on their thoughts on that one. This game is not over by a long shot. Spartans have managed to retain themselves in this, although they're going to have to keep working hard and keep probing if they're going to find a way to get back into this game. Scott Maxwell did well to block that one out, and ball's played forward by Blair Atkinson, who tries to chip the keeper. Keeper saves it. However, the assistant linesman's flag goes up for offside. And I'll tell you what, I was watching him. He was a wee bit behind the pace there. Linesman on this side maybe not got the pace for the game.
Yeah, he was a wee bit behind on that one, but I do think it was the correct decision from where I was.
I'm not arguing with the decision. I'm just pointing something out. Actually, listen, we're still a goal behind. Let's not make enemies. He's probably in earshot.
Stirling did make a sub there, and it is Robbie McGill that went off. I'm not sure who's came on yet.
Yep, Robbie McGill going off.
Might be Ewan Baird, I think.
And it's Callum Heath that is the replacement for Stirling University.
I don't think we want to talk up opposition players, but I think Robbie McGill's played really well today.
Yes, absolutely. Constant threat for the Uni team. Was obviously instrumental in that opening goal. The Uni had a lot of success down the wings today, and he's been instrumental in that one. Lovely pass there by Maxwell. Gives Atkinson the opportunity. He looked for the opportunity to play that through to Archie Meakinson. However, I think Meakinson knew he was in an offside position, decided to pull out of that run, and the ball makes its way through to Ben Fry.
And he's, it's going to be frustrating for them guys. Obviously, they're going to play with a higher line now, so it's up to them to be sort of maybe hugging the line and try and be positionally aware, I guess. Stirling certainly keeping it tight at the moment.
Ball played slightly behind for Hovey. He's now under pressure and has to go back to his goalkeeper. Really put his goalkeeper under pressure, but great footwork from Blair Carswell there. Manages to get himself out of trouble. He launches the ball forward, and now Atkinson's in possession on the far side. Lifts his head, looks for an opportunity, cuts inside, keeps going. However, takes that just slightly too heavy a touch. Allows James Berry, the captain, the opportunity to step in and get that ball away. Ball played forward again, and this is to Sam Jones on that far side. He cuts it back to Maxwell, who's immediately under pressure from the substitute Heath. Cuts inside to Russell. Hovey Brown on the overlap. It's a nice pass, however, Brown just not quite got the legs to get to that one. And Kennedy able to mop that one up, play it back to his defender, get cleared, but great closing down from Mikkelsen, who manages to get to that. Plays the ball inside to Russell. Russell gets nudged off the ball by Callum Downey. Some half protests from the stand here, though I think just a strong piece of defensive play there by the University defenders.
Earlier in the game, I think Hovey would have been right on that, but obviously he took a knock before half time basically, and then he's probably tired. I mean, there's probably a few tired legs out there now.
I was going to say he's probably the oldest player by about 15 years on this park, but actually Bolo's out there as well, so he's got good company. Chris Laidlaw asking if Kerr Russell's been substitute. No, he has not. He's currently playing, I think he's back into his holding midfield role, Kerr.
Yeah, since Bolo came on, I think he's sort of pushed up again into midfield. It's strange. It's strange. I don't think I've ever seen him play a midfield role. I think he's mainly a centre back, but
certainly featured less though in this second half as the game has become a bit more frantic, a bit more end to end. Less time being spent being in the middle of the park.
Yeah,
it's half an opportunity there for Stirling Uni. However, the linesman flag goes up and then it's offside.
Yeah, I think he has been caught out a few times, Keir, but I think it's a bit unfair because most of the threat's been coming out from wide. So,
and Chris Laidlaw clearly knew something we didn't, because player going off is now number 2, Keir Russell.
Substitution for Spartans off the field, number 2, Keir Russell, replaced by number 14, Joe Tate.
So Joe Tate comes on to replace Keir Russell and immediately goes up front. Spartans going for this.
Yeah, certainly. Obviously, a defensive player for a more attacking player. You know that's the change in emphasis I think they need.
Obviously, will give Uni a greater opportunity to attack themselves, but with just over 8 minutes of normal time left in this first half, it is all or nothing. The Spartans look to try and get themselves back into this game and secure a point. Lovely link-up play there. However, the ball into the box was poor. Tate does well though to react and get the ball back in possession, and Maxwell plays a lovely touch. Tate cuts that across and Fry gets his feet to it. That could have gone absolutely anywhere. Luckily for Fry, it deflects away and out for a corner kick to Spartans.
That you're absolutely right, Cameron. That could have, if that spun off his heel, or it could have been in the back of the net or anywhere. But he's managed to keep it low, and it's a Spartans corner.
Not very assured play from the goalkeeper there. But an opportunity now for Spartans to float this one in. However, no height necessarily there, and the ball is cleared out to Mikkelsen, who plays that to Tate, who tries to find Mikkelsen again. However, well blocked by the substitute Callum Heath. The Spartans will have a throw in. Tate and Mikkelsen linking up, lovely play, but unfortunately just too much for Tate, who couldn't control that. And Uni back in possession, looking for an opportunity to attack themselves. And Kieran Hall tried to play the line there. However, the assistant linesman on the far side raises his flag, and offside. As you mentioned, Chris, likes to play on the line there, and a real opportunity for them to try and break.
Yeah, Kieran Hall, he does that. He holds the line. I think he was unlucky there, actually. I don't think it was off by miles, though I'm sure I'll be corrected in anyone watching the stream.
Okay, it's fine. The angle that the camera's at is probably not going to be that telling. Well, as the temperature drops here at Ainsley Park, because certainly I'm getting colder, the game is heating up as there's still just one goal in it. 6.5 minutes of normal time here before we get into injury time. Spartans really pushing to try and get back into this game, and actually Uni sitting deeper, I'm not sure that you would necessarily know from watching this that it was Spartans that were down to 10 men.
Yeah, it's been fairly even despite 10 men. I mean, I think Stirling Uni have still been impressive, but certainly there's a bit of a danger if Spartans sort of go more for it than Stirling might obviously push on the counter like we almost saw with Kieran Hall there.
Abdul Lemon calling for VAR. Yeah, we'll get back to you on that one. We might try that for next week. Listen, we've just added to manage to add a scoreboard with a clock. I think VAR's... I'm not sure we've got the budget. Opportunity here, though, for Stirling. You need to try and... Oh, jeez. It was a free kick from Jason Jarvis, who we've talked about already, has history here against Spartans with free kicks. That skipped all the way through. Nobody got into the end of that. An opportunity for Uni to put this game to bed, really. But in the end, it's a goal kick to Spartans, who can once again try and push forward.
Archie, a good play.
Nicholson, yeah, nice little touch back. He knocks it forward. A great opportunity for him to get the ball into the box. He lifts it in. Someone needs to be in the middle, and it was Blair Atkinson who managed to get onto that in the middle of the park, but lifts that ball just over the bar. Great opportunity for Spartans there.
I hate to say it, but that's the sort of ball that you would want Cameron Dawson earlier. But yeah, an excellent opportunity, and Archie's impressed since coming to Spartans, I think.
Yeah, certainly through Atkinson, Tate and Mikason, Spartans definitely have attacking options and have looked more dangerous in the way that they've been playing since being down to 10 men. As a ball's lofted forward there, looking for Atkinson. The goalkeeper thought twice about that one. Right on the edge of his box. Could have got caught a little bit short, but thankfully, for his sake, the ball makes it all the way through to him. He's able to collect.
Yeah, I don't think he was quite sure where his box was there, because that could have been a bit dangerous, but... And now you might have heard a few complaints.
We'll be getting VAR back out again. I wouldn't necessarily have expected the near side linesman to be up to speed with that one anyway, based on the end of the game. I'm whispering because he's right in front of me. I'm not sure what's going here, but we're just... Ball goes out to the stand, which is still under construction on the far side there. Should have it ready for you all coming back. We can't wait for that to be the case.
I actually never even noticed that. So, self-aware I am, apart from anything that's out with the pitch, I guess, Cameron.
You only need to focus what's on the pitch, that's fine. Long ball forward, but still Uni able to put that one clear. Spartans now will really need to try and keep piling this ball forward. Have a chance here for Tate, who manages to get across there, but it's cleared by Uni. Only as far as Maxwell, who's got the opportunity now to launch a ball forward. He's looking for Mikason. He turns back, cuts back again, trying to get onto his left foot, drives to the line, and he gets pushed over. But I tell you what, much to the protest of the Spartans players and the substitutes behind the goal, the referee decides against it, and he points to a goal kick.
I think that's a penalty.
And I tell you what, it certainly looked like a penalty even from here, but Alan Brown clearly making a comment to the referee on the way past, and as we've seen already, he doesn't like that. So another shouty yellow card given by the man in light blue.
My first thought about that, Cameron, was it was a penalty. It looked like he got pushed over. So I guess maybe not 3 penalties for today, but I think it's very unfortunate. I think Mikeson's done really well since coming on, and I honestly think he should have won a penalty there.
So the man in the middle, certainly not endearing himself to the Spartans players here this afternoon based on that. Tate now putting the pressure, but to be fair, great play by Callum Downey, who was strong and was able to hold off the Spartan substitute and retain possession. Alan Brown then strong there, in like a rhino. Brown clearly frustrated at that lack of a penalty. And another substitution will be made here. The game stopped. So, under the new rules, substitutions are meant to come off on the near side, but for some reason, the Stirling Uni boy is walking off slowly.
And Bolo's
once again remonstrating to the referee, who seems more determined to point out to Bolo to go away than actually do anything about the fact that the player's walking off the park slowly. So
yeah, you can hear the remonstrations there, but he is 100% right. They should be coming off at this side.
Yeah, this is... Bolo pointing out the fact to the assistant. Oh, and this is the remonstration between Bolo and the assistant referee here. Bolo trying to point out to the assistant referee that he has failed in his job to point out the fact that the player should come out on this near side.
He's going to get booked here.
Bolo is going to get booked. Bolo just trying to point out to the assistant that he has not got the rule right here.
He's right.
So, referee asking Bolo to come forward. Bolo going forward. So remonstrations from the Spartans side of the stand here, and indeed they have a point. The officials definitely got that one completely wrong, and one for them to maybe watch back on the YouTube. We'll be sure to send them the link. One for them to review their performances. I think that we're all up for review today. If we're reviewing the stream quality, I think the referees can watch their own performance today and make their own judgments. Anyway, opportunity now for Spartans here, as it is Gregor Woods trying to make his way through. Plays the ball out to Tate, but it's half cleared. Hovey Brown manages to get the ball into the box, and Stirling Uni are able to get that one clear. Comes out to Mikey Allen, who plays that to Bolo, who's now looking for an opportunity to lift the ball into the box. Not a lot of height there now, with the taller players going off the field. Woods and Jones tried to link up. It didn't quite fall to Jones how he'd want it, and his shot at goal trundles all the way through to Ben Fry in the Stirling Uni goal. So we're into injury time here. Chris, it's been a feisty second half. You did say it would be feisty and tetchy. That's exactly what it's proven to be. Not necessarily between the players, though.
No, certainly. I turned my mic off for that, but you might have heard me shout. He's absolutely right, and he was. I don't know what. There's obviously new rules. You could probably say about the new rule about penalty and the sending off and whatnot, but surely the refs, if anyone, should know the new rules. Absolutely,
and I am certain that the officials here will be sure to point that out. The club officials will be sure to point that out to the match officials after the game. Opportunity here though for Spartans as we're into injury time now. Ball played back to Maxwell. Atkinson out on the side there. Ball played into Jones though. She's looking for an opportunity. Everybody pretty much back for Stirling Uni now as they are camping their men behind the ball here. Ball lifted into the box, however, no great height as Alan Brown tried to get up there, and that gives Stirling Uni the opportunity to clear. Bolo now under pressure, but he lifts that ball wide, and that gives an opportunity to Ewan Baird, who comes across. And believe it or not, he's going to send a straight red card.
This is unbelievable. I can't believe that.
Straight red card. Again, didn't look like a last man opportunity.
Well, there's two factors into it. If it's a goal scoring opportunity and if he played the ball. So, I don't know. I think that's another harsh one.
So, we've talked about the referee not necessarily ingratiating himself to the fans here, and I don't think that it certainly seemed like a very harsh decision, that one. Adam Corbett, Mikey Allen, who was booked earlier on, goes off and heads for an early shower.
I'm not one for criticising refs, but I think we've had two shocking decisions, maybe even three with the penalty over there. And certainly I'll try not to take sides and be impartial, but I think that awful refereeing today, I think.
Yes, I think that unfortunately the near side linesman and the referee have not had particularly positive afternoons. Number of decisions certainly not gone in favour of the home side, though I think fair to say several of them very questionable. Certainly missing the substitute walking all the way across and then booking players for pointing that out feels like a poor side, but great save there from
Lewis Kennedy,
followed up by the substitute, and it's Kennedy who slots it in at the far post unmarked. Spartans of course down to 9 men, and it will be Stirling University that leave with the points this afternoon.
Goal for the University of Stirling, scored by number 18, Louis Kennedy.
That's what happens when you have two defenders sent off, I think.
Indeed. And I mean, in the build-up to that, it was good play by Ewan Baird. Obviously, a great opportunity for him. Bolo, unfortunately, gave that opportunity up. Header back into the centre of the park. And yes, that is the last action of the game. So, it is Stirling University that leave with a victory today. 3-1. They took the lead, of course, in the first half through James Penker. It was Blair Atkinson that equalised from the penalty spot into the second half, and it was Connor Doan from a penalty as Adam Corbett was sent off. Then as Spartans pushed forward looking for an equaliser and actually playing probably better in the second half, it was in the end Stirling Uni that managed to get that win, as late in the game substitute Ewan Baird was brought down on the edge of the box. The referee brought out another straight red card, this time for Mikey Allen, and from the resulting free kick it was saved by Blair Carswell but fell to substitute Louis Kennedy, who was able to slot in from close range. In the end, probably a deserved victory for Stirling, certainly based on the fact that, Spartans down to 9 men, but a much closer game, and unfortunately slightly dominated by the officials rather than the performances of the players on the park.
I thought Stirling Uni were brilliant today, but certainly the 2 sending offs were a wee bit debatable going by the new rules, and I still think Archie Meekinson should have had a penalty, to be honest with you. Disappointing for Spartans, but well and truly deserved by Stirling Uni.
So as the two teams finish up with their post-game conversations, and Doogie Samuel clearly having a word with the official here, all smiles amongst the match officials as they come off the park here. Staying on the field as well, as the players do. Not something they necessarily always do. But anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this stream. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Again, any comments would be much appreciated. You can send us a message on Twitter. We've obviously been following and looking at all your comments today, and that's something that we've enjoyed, something that we hope to continue doing. We'll be back again at the next game. I think it's Canoe in the Cup. So stay tuned for that. All the information will be made available. The channel is Spartans FC Live, though we will send out the link to the specific stream before the games kick off. We'll hope for a better outcome in the next game here at Ainsley Park, but until then, thank you for joining us here. We'll see you soon.